Well, here we are. Another crazy deal. 5 after 1 on a Tuesday afternoon. A friend of mine, a matter of fact, the guy that got me these beautiful pyrite ammonites was on the line. We were talking, and I tried to explain some stuff to him, and me and him we were going back and forth. So I thought, well, this is much easier to show him, as he has fossils in a thing that looks like an egg, and I've got eggs that are made out of rock with fossils. So to clear up some stuff, I told him it'd be easier for me to do a quick video, so don't anybody else, they don't have to pay any attention to this at all, uh, and we'll see what we can see using our normal methods. And the first thing I want to show them is the the rocks that are the eggs that are made out of fossil rock, and uh, these are just just rock that's they take a piece of fossil rock, and then they make it in the shape of an egg, and it has different fossils in it. Here's one that has orthocaris in it. Now here's an orthocaris here, and it's an ancient squid, and they're Moroccan. Although almost all these eggs that I've ever gotten, eggs and rounds, are from Pakistan. But you can see here's the orthocaris here, and then you can see the orthocaris in these rocks. Different views of them. That's one I never saw that before. Where I mean that's one that's practically cut right down the middle. But they are various. Here's one that's much more distinctive. Can't get away from that glare. Uh, but that's in that rock there. Here's one. Here's a nice one. You can see all the sections. And the good thing about these eggs is they're attacking the orthocaris from every possible direction, because however they are in there, when they make these into the shape of an egg, and I don't know how the hell they do that. That's another discussion some other time. But then they made some rounds out of rock that has many fossils in it, and not only rock. I don't even say what that looks like. But various other fossils. Here's uh, a little hope chest, or so I don't know, not a hope chest, whatever the hell it is, a little bowl, and it's made out of rock that is just jam packed full of fossils. And you can see that shell-like thing in the bottom, and around the sides. Now I didn't see them advertise these anymore. I should have got a bunch of these years ago, because they're really remarkable. The various different kinds of fossils you have in this, and at the same time at the same time it's a little bowl with a lid. Here's the lid, just chock full of fossils. Oh, geez, I'm seeing fossils. I never even paid that much attention to this before. I got to come back later on, take a really great look at this. But that's a beautiful little dish. And then he was showing me a guy that had a great ammonite, and you can see the size. This is a decent sized one. It was sliced in two, showing all the chambers. And this is a very nice one. I have several of those. But he was talking about a fossil in a rock, and it wasn't a geode. Okay, here's a geode. Look at how beautiful that is. Let me get that in there a little better. Now this is just a rock, and you'd have to be used to picking these things up, and get used to the fact that they are hollow inside, and this one is just. Just beautiful, beautiful crystals inside. That's a geode. All right. Now here's another geode, another rock. Well, I should have washed this one out. I mean, this one's remarkable. The crystals are so beautiful in this one too. But I didn't I didn't wash it out. There's so much dust in that. I should have just took it upstairs and washed it. Those are geodes. Okay. Now here, this might be also one of the things he was talking about. Uh, this is fossils inside of a rock. This is one of my favorites. Everybody knows these are trilobites. These are very old ones. These might be 400 million-year-old ones, because the trilobites had a tendency to be almost go extinct on three separate massive extinctions, but always managed to come back. And they're related to the horseshoe crabs today. But this was a fossil in a rock. And here is a smaller one. But you just have to get to know these. I guess I don't know how else. Although here you can see the outline of a trilobite there, and when you crack it open, then the outline goes in right into the trilobite, and you left the imprint on this part and the trilobite on the other. So these are the things that he was asking about. There's fossils in rock like this egg. There's fossils that are actually that are in the rock. I think I just said that, but in different terms. And then there are geodes that are rocks with hollow centers, and often just beautiful crystal structure in them. And then there are people that make these. I don't know how they make them perfectly round, but this is they start with a chunk of rock, and this is a fossiferous rock. It has just tons of fossils in it, probably a type of limestone, same as this, and they make them in the shape of eggs and in the shape of the round things, and then in this case they made a little dish out of it, and this is the one I'm going to spend some time on as soon as this video is over. And then here's another one of these sliced ammonites, and this shows the individual structure. You can see the crystals inside of that. Okay, well, this was done for Dan, and like Dan, anybody else uh, that would like us to see something special or something different, they feel more than free to ask me. Because as I said, you know, I should be outside doing some lawn work, but I'm in here screwing around with this instead. But I'm more than happy to put any of this stuff up. And then we'll take one more quick look. These are the beautiful pyrite ammonites that Dan procured for me. Procured, I don't know. You're gonna be happy with that term. and I'm more than thrilled with these. So thank you very much for your time. And Dan, I hope you're still on the line. We're Skyping. I hope he's still hanging around for this.